There are 5 phases of hacking, and footprinting is the very first. You can call it footprinting, or you call it reconnaissance, or you call it information gathering. Anyone is okay. This is where you uncover and gather key information about your target, like the technologies they are using or weaknesses in their system, so you can understand how to penetrate it. Hello guys, my name is Eric from Vathos Technologies. Today I will teach you how to discover vulnerabilities in any website using a tool called Nikto. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only. Vathos Technologies will not be held responsible for any misuse of the information shared. Don't go and scan websites like Facebook and other ones. If you do, you'll be caught. And when you are caught, you'll be thrown into prison. Alright, before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for real world cybersecurity training and more ethical hacking tutorials like this. Alright guys, let's start. So the first thing we should do, I hope you have your Linux installed. I'm using Parrot, so maybe you're using Kali Linux, that is okay. So let's dive in. The first thing you should do is that let's go to our menu and find the tool we are going to be using. So we are going to be using the tool what's called Nikto. So you can search it. It is pre-installed in your Linux. Okay, it's called Nikto. So the tool is pre-installed. So this is the tool we'll be using. Okay, so let me open it. So you can open it like this. So it's asking me to put my password. If I put my password now, I can start using it. So it's okay. And if you don't want to do it like this, you can also open your terminal here, and you can start using it from here. So but let me just enter my root. So let me just enter my roots. So I'm on my root now. I can start using it. So the first thing we'll be doing is to say Nikto. So we want to know about Nikto more. So what we do is that we say Nikto help, because this is the tool we'll be using for this scan. Alright? Okay. So let me enlarge this. Okay, so let us know more about Nikto. There are several things you can do with this tool. This tool is very, very amazing. Very, very amazing and accurate. So this is the command I run, and so it just gave me this thing. So this the command you can be doing. You get. Oh. So here you can see this check sys. This is to check if IPv6 is working, like IP address, like IPv6 is working, and so and so. Okay, so minus config plus, use this config file. These are the things. If you want to use this command, this is what it means: to turn off or display, to turn on or off display output. So it displays all this output. If you want to use this command, it can show redirects, show cookies received. It can show all 200 or OK responses. So it can show all these things here. Alright. It can also display all HTTP errors. So this is what this tool can do. This command. Alright, if you want to check database, you can use this command. Database check, to check database and other key files for syntax error. Okay, so if you want to use this one, version plus encoding techniques. So this is what these are all the things this command can run. this version can run. So it can show random URL encoding, redirectory self-reference. So it can show premature URL ending, and and all these things. So it can show all those things. So this is the command we just ran. We just say Nikto help. So it means this help with information. It helps to show you information, which is the information we just received here now. Alright, to run with this one, and we are going to be using this one also, which is minus host, or you can just say minus h. This is to display the target host and URL. Okay, so you can also use this one for IPv4 only and IPv6. So these are the things you can do with this. So let's just go down, and there are several things you can do with this Nikto. It's a very nice tool for reconnaissance, information gathering. It's a very nice tool. So you can also use this thing. Just study these things one after the other. I may not have time to explain all of them. So this one is a very nice one. You get plugins. If you use this one to scan, this command to scan on the URL of any website, it can show you the plugins that are used on those websites, especially if you are using, if that website is a WordPress website, it can show you the plugins that was used, the plugins that were used to develop the website. So it's a very nice command. So, but today we'll be using this one. We also use this one to save the information you scan, something like that. So we're using this one, this tuning. These are all the things this thing can do. This command. These are all the things can do. 1 to 9, and ABC, and even E and DEX. So it can show you interesting files seen in logs. It can show you misconfiguration or default file. It can show you information disclosure. Any information that is disclosed in that website, this command can be able to bring it out. It can show injections, cross-site scripting, script, HTML. It can show remote file retriever inside web root. It can show denial of service, whether it's vulnerable to DDoS or DOS attack. Remote file retriever. It can show file upload, SQL injection. It can show so many of these things. Authentication bypass, software authentication, remove source, inclusion, web service. Okay, administration console. So this command can show all these things, and I will show you how to use it to disclose all these things, to scan all these things. Alright. So there are other things you can use this thing to do. So and all these guys. So just study it and practice on your own. Alright, so let's begin. So if you want to scan any website or any web application, even you can use it to scan any IP address and discover vulnerabilities. Use it to scan your own network. Okay, use it to scan your own system. Check your Windows system, Windows IP address. Use this to scan it. Okay. So one thing is to scan it, and one thing is to understand the vulnerabilities. Just that was reviewed. You understand? But I'll be showing you how to understand it. Alright, so the first thing to do, if you want to scan, you just say Nikto. So you put your host. So this host means the URL you are scanning. Alright? It means the URL you are scanning. So let us go and check the URL here. We'll be scanning here. Let's check it here. So today we'll be scanning this URL. We don't want to scan websites like Facebook and Instagram and Google and Amazon. We don't want to scan them. Okay, it's illegal. Don't, because this tool is a noisy scanner. So if those organizations have a strong intrusion detection and prevention system. They'll be able to dictate and find out and find your IP address, and they can track you. Just like I said, if you are caught, you'll be thrown into prison. That's good. Alright, so we'll be scanning this website. Okay, we'll be scanning this website. Hold on. So we'll be scanning this website, and the name of this website is Scan Me. So this website is telling you already to scan me. Alright, so it's actually a vulnerable website that was provided for hackers to test their hacking skills. It was provided by Nmap. As you can see, it says scanme.nmap.org. So you are authorized, you are permitted to scan this website. Okay, that's why we are using it. So as you can see, it says hello and welcome to scanme.nmap.org, a service provided by the Nmap Security Scanner project. We set up this machine to help folks learn about Nmap and also test and make sure that their Nmap installation or internet connection is working properly. You are authorized to scan. As you can see, it's telling you now, you are authorized to scan this machine with Nmap or other port scanner, or with Nmap or other port scanners. That means you can also use Nikto to scan it, and other ones. So it says try not to hammer on the server too hard. They are begging you. You should not hammer on their server very well, too hard. Okay. So a few scans in a day is fine. Don't scan too much, bro. Don't scan 100 times a day, or use this site to test your SSH brute force password hacking tools. Say thanks by this guy fired up. Alright, so let's dive in. Okay, so that's the website we'll be scanning. So, and the first thing to do is that we're going to be using our -h. Okay, we're going to be using our -h. I've showed you that which this H means host. Alright, so it means you are telling Nikto which host or URL to scan. So we have put Nikto now, and we want to tell Nikto which host or URL we want to scan. So that's why we put this word -h. So the next thing now is to tell the Nikto that it is this website, scanme.nmap.org. So this is the website we want to scan. Alright. So after that, and because what you actually want to scan now is aggressive scan. So if I click OK, this is cool. You can be able to scan just with this line of code, this line of command. You can be able to scan it, but I just want to run just one command, and to teach everything, because I don't have time to be doing this one after the other. There are so many things to do here, but I just want to do it once. Okay. Alright, so after this, I want to running this one is not aggressive, but I want to run aggressive scan. So I want to add extra something here, which is this guy, this tuning. I want to run this tuning and run all these things under this tuning. So I want to run all these guys here. So what I will do here is I want to come here and say -tuning, right? So say tuning. So I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, which is this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want it to scan all these things. If you want to discover only misconfiguration or default file, you can just put only 2. But I want it to run all of them. So I want to also add ABC, which is this guy. ABC. Maybe I can leave these ones. So let me just add the ABC there. So let me just add ABC. Okay. So after adding ABC, then if I run it now, I'll be able to get the vulnerabilities. That is, I'll be able to find out vulnerabilities in this website. Okay, so this command is enough, but I also want to save this file. Like I want to save the result, like the scan result. So to save your scan result, you'll be able to use this command -o. It means output. It means output -o. It means output, that is to save your scan result. So I want to now, the first thing you do is, after putting this -o, the first thing you do is to name the file, like that. The file, you just want to name it. So let me just call it Vathos. Let me just call it Vathos. Let me just call it Vathos.txt. So I want it to be on test file, like in test format. So after putting that, you now specify the format you want to do this. So the format should be, let me say format should be what? Text. Should be on text. So you write txt. Now let me explain the command again. First of all, I said Nikto, then I specify the host I want to run the scan on, which is we are telling Nikto the website you should run it, which is this scanme.nmap, and this alright. So now I want to run aggressive scan. I want to run all these guys here. So I now put this one. I want to discover all these things. I want to discover it. So I now put the command, which is the tuning -tuning. I specify all the things I want to run. Then I want to save the file, which means this thing means output. So first of all, I put the name of the file, and I now put the format of the file to be on text file. So you can also put this, if you want, you can put this, you can make it to be on HTML file. So when you do it, you also change this one to be on HTML, change this to HTML, or you can also change it to another format, PDF, and any kind of format you want. So but I want it to be on text file. Okay, I want the format to be text. So we are good to go now. So I want to run this. So hit OK. So it's going to take some time. As you can see, it's scanning the website now. So let's just give it some time. And after scanning the website, it's going to be saved automatically. It's going to be saved. So let's just give it some time. All right guys, so it's done scanning, it's done with the scan, so it has discovered all these vulnerabilities. So let me explain this. So let me explain these vulnerabilities, and so let's go through the vulnerabilities and see what is happening. So now, so let's check the basic information it gave us. First of all, it told us that multiple IPs were found, right? So it found the IP address of this website. As you can see, we just found the IP address of this website, and we've also found these guys. So, and it also showed us the target IP. The target IP, right? Which is this guy, which is the IP address. And the target host name is the name of the website. And it told us that the port that the website is using is port 80. Okay, so it showed us the time that this scan started. So 2025 today, and this is the time it started. Alright. So now it discovered vulnerabilities and issues. So the first one it discovered is this guy, this mixing this X-frame options header. Okay, so it told us that the anti click jacking X-frame options header is not present. Now this clickjacking is a cyber attack. So this website is vulnerable to what? To clickjacking. Now this is the first vulnerability we discovered. The risk is that it makes the site vulnerable to what? To clickjacking. So any hacker that knows about this clickjacking can run a clickjack attack on this website, and the hacker can penetrate. Okay, it means that hackers can trick user to click into clicking something hidden on the website. So to set it, I will also show you how to fix this. To fix this, we are going to set the X-frame options header to deny. So you are going to set it to deny. Now it also showed you link. Let me explain the meaning of this link now. So this link is a source of our security advisory where you can read more about what the vulnerability is, how dangerous it is, and how to fix or patch it. So this is what this link means. So once you click on this link now, you'll be able to read more about these vulnerabilities. Okay, so what you should do is to what? Open those links in your browser. So this is what you should do. Just open this link on your browser and study the explanation. So this is where it's going to explain about this vulnerability. Okay, this is where it's going to explain about it on this link. So that's great. And you so once you open the link, you now decide if it's something you have to fix or not. So let us check the second vulnerabilities we discovered here. So the second vulnerability is that is mixing X content. So you said the X content type option header is not set. So this website is missing what? X content type options. So it's missing it. So he said that this could allow the user agent to render the content of the site in a different fashion. So it's a vulnerable. So it's a vulnerability. Okay, it's a vulnerability, and the way you can fix this is to add what? To add X content type options. So so that no hacker can be able to sniff it to HTML, to HTTP header. So this is also a vulnerability. Alright, so let's check out another vulnerability here. So this is another vulnerability here. It's a aperture mode. Aperture mode negotiation is enabled with multi-views. Alright, aperture mode negotiation with multi-views is enabled. So the risk is that it allows hackers. So this is it here. The risk is that which allows hackers or attackers to easily brute force file names. Okay, so it means that this website is vulnerable to brute force attack. It's vulnerable to brute force attack, just like it told us here. As you can see that it said, let's see what it said there. It said, but don't scan 100 times a day or use this site to test your SSH brute force password cracking. They know, even the website, they know that their website is vulnerable to brute force attack. That's what they are telling you, not to brute force it. So in this our tool also, it now discovered that the website is vulnerable to brute force attack. It said which allows attacker to easily brute force the file names. As you can see, it match. So that is to tell you that Nikto or this scan is accurate. It's 100% accurate. Now it showed us this thing we can use to study more about this attack and how to fix it. So if you click on this website, it will open. So to fix this, let me tell you how to fix this. To fix this, you have to disable multi-views. As you can see, it said that the aperture mode negotiation is enabled with multiple views. So what to do is what? Since it's enabled, what to do is to disable it. To disable this multi-views, so that it's not everyone can view it. Okay, so that's how to fix this. So the next one is that outdated Apache version was found. So this Apache version, this is the current Apache version is using. It said Apache 2.4.5 appears to be outdated. So they are using outdated server, Apache server. So their server is outdated. Okay, so it said current is at least Apache 2.5.54. Why they are using this one .7? Why the current one is .54? Which means they are using outdated Apache server on their website. So this is outdated something. So the risk is that older version often have known vulnerabilities. That's the risk. Then to fix it, what you should do is to update Apache to the latest version. That is how to fix this vulnerability. Okay, so this is another vulnerability, but I don't have time to explain this one. Okay, so this is how to use Nikto for web scanning and to discover vulnerabilities. Now let us go and check. Is there anything I did not talk about? Is there anything I did not talk about? Let's check whether what we did was saved. So let's come to this place. So let us check this guy whether our file was saved. So the summary of this, let me just talk about the summary. The summary of this scan is that we discovered that there's a missing security headers. Okay, there's a missing security headers, which is this guy. There's a missing security headers and brute force, and the website is brute forceable, so it's vulnerable to brute force attack, and it has outdated software, which is this Apache server. Okay, so that's the summary of what we discovered from this web scanning. So let us check whether the file was saved. As you can see, this is the file. it was saved in this list. So if I open it now, you'll be able to see our scan result. So this is exactly what we did. Okay, this is our scan result, and that is very, very cool. So it was saved. Alright, so we did not discover certain things like SQL injection and cross-site scripting. So you can just do this and just practice these things and run it on your own network, on your IP address, and your own website. Website you have permission to. Okay, so this is how to run or scan any kind of website, any IP address with the tool called Nikto. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please just subscribe and like this video to help us grow. Okay, alright, see you in our next training. Thank you.